Alright, so here's our lineup. I already went over it in the Game 2 of the National League wildcard. I'm not going to be changing it at all from yesterday. Besides that, we have Connor Phillips on the mound. And then here's the Braves lineup. As you can see, it is... Actually, I don't know if it's better than ours, but it certainly can be scarier than ours. Especially a few hitters, and it's definitely... We did also have a left-handed heavy starting rotation, and so that was definitely intimidating. Here, as you can see, here's the positional advantages. Some of them, it says that the Braves have it. However, I think you can make a case that Alvarez and Alonso are better than Murphy and Olsen, even if they don't have the ratings higher than them. Let me check what that notification was. Okay, it's nothing. Let's see, second base, yeah, I'd give it to them. Shorts, third base, yeah, it's them. We definitely top and shortstop and left field. Center field, yeah, it's hard to argue against this. 24 home runs in 70 some odd games. Right field, definitely the Braves. DH, well, probably the Braves. But yeah, so anyways, we're not favored in this matchup, even though we did go 11-2 against them in the regular season. I think a good strategy is going to be to getting into this bullpen early, so hopefully we can take nice long at-bats against Strider and really work up his pitch count. My God, he's so good. All right, and let's start this game. Oh. Alright, here we go. Evan Carter leading off against Spencer Strider in Truist Park. And he strikes him at the start. Strider had 13.5 Ks per 9. Absolutely crazy. Francisco Alvarez, he hits that ball into left field, and it will not land, it will be caught. We did make him throw 5 pitches in each of those 2 at-bats. Bellinger swings first pitch, and he grounds out. So Strider throws 11 pitches in the top of the first. And here's Connor Phillips. Let's actually check our bullpen real quick. We can use anyone, basically. And so here's Connor Phillips. He did not pitch well in the regular season, even after we traded for him from Colorado, and it gets off to a bad start. You should not be giving up extra base hits to Estuary Ruiz. Especially not when this lineup is coming up afterwards. There's Michael Harris II. Grounded. And we do get 1 out, it appears, yep. There's Ronald Acuna Jr., the full count to Acuna. Actually, maybe I should have potentially walked him. Doesn't matter, we're going to walk him anyways. So here's Matt Olson. The 2-1 to Olson. Acuna steals. I'm not going to be going there. The full count to Olson. And he walks. So now we have the bases loaded. I'm going to get up, let's say, Jeffrey Springs, who originally I was going to start here anyways, just in case. So now here's Austin Riley. The 0-1 to Riley. It's a little, what was that? The pitch, no wait, oh no, okay, so Riley did swing, but Alvarez did not catch the ball, so oh, now it's a full count. Well, they had him 0-2, and they throw 4 straight balls to walk in the run. Here's Ozzy Albies. I'm going to leave Phillips in there, see if he can get anything else. And he gives up a fly ball to center field. Will it be a sac fly? Carter catches it, the run comes home, and they do score a second run. Hey, let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. There, I even typed it in chat. It's not going good so far. And a grounder, and we get out of the first inning, and we only gave up. Turns, hey, stop booing me. I'm trying my hardest. It's Connor Phillips who needs to do better. Okay, so we only give up 2 runs. Which, given how he was pitching, was very good. But he was just walking everyone. Alonso flies out to center field. I hope we're all doing very well in the chat today. Yeah, well, you should have told the guy on the mound that. And, yeah. I didn't tell him to do that. And, well, so much for that. Strider throws 10 pitches in the second inning. Now we're facing the 8-9-1 hitters. Fly ball, so we got the first hitter out. There's Orlando Arcia. And Arcia has himself a base hit. Ay, ay, ay. Here's Estuary Ruiz. Also, how's the sound mixing? Is everything balanced if you're still there? Is the game too loud? Okay, good. We did not have an injured player. And then Michael Harris the second. The 1-0. And he pops it up. That's going to be caught. Okay, so they get nothing in the bottom of the second, so we're good. Now we have Hernandez, Bazana, and Vargas. Hernandez works a full count, and he strikes out. Now here's Bazana. And Bazana has a... Never mind, it's dived. It's a diving catch. Okay, so we don't have our first hit yet. Now here's Juan Vargas, who is not a good hitter. He's like average. And he flies out. Okay, so still nothing for us. Strider is perfect through 3 innings. Through 12 pitches there. And so now here's Acuna, Olsen, and Riley. Acuna to center, but Carter will catch it. Here is Olsen, and he flies out to left field. Now here's Austin Riley. And he also flies out to left field, so we get 3 outs. They go down 1, 2, 3, and so now we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the top of the order for us again. And Evan Carter has himself an extra base hit. That's probably going to be a double after he works a 2-2 count. And he does settle in with a lead-off double, and we are in business here in the top of the 4th. Now here is Francisco Alvarez. He also works a 2-2 count, but he goes down swinging. Now here is Cody Bellinger. He also works a 2-2 count, and he goes down swinging. And so now here's P. Alonso. He works a full count, and he walks. So Alonso gets to first base. We have Carter, who's very fast on second, and Alonso, who is slow on first. And we have made Strider throw 21 pitches so far. Let's see what Nimmo does. And Nimmo strikes out. So despite the double and the walk, Strider gets 3 strikeouts and prevents us from scoring. Now here is Albies, Murphy, and Mooney. Connor Phillips still on the mound for us. And he has a leadoff walk to Albies. Here comes Sean Murphy. He swings and misses. The throw down, and we get Albies out at second. The 2-1 to Sean Murphy. And he hits into right field, but that ball is caught by a running Torkelson. And now here's Alex Mooney. The 2-2 to Mooney. And he gets the strike 3. It's a strikeout for Phillips, and it is still 2-0 through 4 innings. Torkelson, Hernandez, and Bazana due up. Torkelson strikes out. Hernandez up. Hernandez strikes out. How many? That's 9 strikeouts for Strider. So here comes up Bazana. The 1-0. And he grounds out to the second baseman. So Strider goes back to what he was doing the first 3 innings, and there's no drama in the top of the 5th. I'm going to start to warm up, I think, Jeffrey Springs, just in case. Maybe also, I think if things get really hairy, I'd probably bring in Mike Vasile. So he did, I believe, give up a single to Darcy, or he walked him last time. But he hits a ground ball to Vargas, and we get the first out. Now it comes up Estuary Ruiz. And we hit him for some reason. Okay. So now we have a very fast runner on at first. And I think I'm going to do a mound visit, and then I'm going to bring in Jeffrey Springs for the sake of the fact that there is the next 3 hitters, 2 of them are lefties. And we will leave Mike Vasile up. And, ooh. Okay, so there's a full count. And we strike out. Excuse me. We strike out Harris. Now here's Acuna. Now it's the type advantage, and Acuna into center field. And so we'll put runner in scoring position. Oh, that was a close throw, but he's safe. So Acuna, is that credited with a double? No, it's credited with a single and then advancing to second. Here's Jeffrey Springs against Matt Olson, the 2-2. And it's a grounder to Bazana. Fires the first. And Springs gets us out of the jam. And it is still 2-0 after 5. Here's Vargas, Carter, and Alvarez now. And Vargas with the leadoff single. Now Vargas is incredibly fast. Sean Murphy does have a good arm. Spencer Strider isn't necessarily great, though, at holding runners. But Strider, it does also pitch very fast. I think I'm going to... Maybe I'll just go for a hit and run. I'm just going to go for a hit and run. Pop. Foul. Okay, Sapo goes foul. I think I'm just going to sim the at-bat. The 1-2, and Carter strikes out. Here's Francisco Alvarez. And we are going to get the tying run on base. So now it's up to Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger pops up. It's going to be caught by Arcia. Dude, what is his defensive stats? Oh, that's better than I thought they would be. And so now here is Alonso. The 0-1. And Alonso into right field, but that ball is going to be caught. So we get the 2 things. I just realized that I did not put anybody up in the pen. That is fine, though. I will be taking out Jeffrey Springs and putting in Mike Vasile. So Vasile's going to be our long man. I'm going to pitch him up until it gets hairy with him, basically. So he gets a strikeout of Riley. Now here's Ozzy Albies on a 2-0 count. He hits a base hit to Carter in the center. Now here's Sean Murphy, the 2-1, and Murphy is going to fly out to Torkelson and right. And so now here comes up Alex Mooney. And Mooney deep into center, and that is going to be caught by Carter. And so that is it in the 6th inning for the Braves. Spencer Strider still on the mound, but we can probably get him off in the middle of this inning if we do well. And Nimmo leads it off. That ball is going to bounce against the wall, and Nimmo is on with a leadoff double. It's not the first leadoff double we've had this game, but we will now see if we can get anything out of it. Here is Spencer Torkelson. The full count to Torkelson, and he hits a grounder to shortstop, and he throws out Torkelson. 93 pitches now for Spencer Strider. He's basically at his limit, but we'll see what Christian Hernandez can do against him. And Hernandez deep... Oh, that ball's going to land, actually. So Alonso scores, and Hernandez will trade... Actually, he won't be trading places with him. But he will get to second, so it's an RBI double. Sorry, that scores Nimmo, not Alonso. And so now we are within run with a runner in scoring position for Travis Bazzana against Spencer Strider, who's at 94 pitches and is showing obvious signs of slowing down. Bazzana has been our best hitter so far, and he has a base hit. Hernandez is coming home. He will score. Bazzana takes second on the throw, and we are tied at 2 here in the 7th. So here is now Juan Vargas. Vargas now with the chance to give us the lead. Spencer Strider still on the mound. And Vargas grounds out to Riley. So now they have taken him out, and now we have Evan Carter against Sionel Perez, who did have a good year. He's still having good years at the age of 32. Oh, he's only 32. I thought he was older. So now we'll see what Evan Carter can do. And Carter with a base hit. I think it's Hernandez. Oh no, it's Bazzana on second. He comes home and he scores, and the Mets have taken a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 7th. Let me just look real quick. Oh, they also took out, I didn't realize they did this, but they took out Matt Olson and put in Landon Steffens. Is Olson injured? No, he's not. It seems like they just took him out, I'm presuming, for defense. Did they replace anyone else? It doesn't look like it. That's good news for us. That's very good news, actually. I think I am going to warm up because the top of the order will be coming up in the bottom of the inning. I think I'm just going to get up Claude just in case we need him if things go bad for Bastille. But Bastille is a good pitcher, so I'm going to be optimistic with him. Alvarez lines out to Arcia, and that is the end of Game 1. So we're going to leave Bastille in for as long as we can. The 0-2 to Arcia. He pops up. Looks like it's going to be Vargas who makes the catch. So on Vargas gets the first out. Here is Estuary Ruiz. And Ruiz with the little grounder. Bastille fields it. He fires to first, and they do get the speedy Ruiz in time. So now we are facing Michael Harris, the second, the scariest hitter in this lineup. And Harris hits a line out directly to Vargas. Yes, we are in the lead. 3-2. I don't know if you missed it when we took the lead, but we did take the lead. We strung together a couple of hits, and it was very, very nice. Now I'm going to leave Bellinger in, despite him being a left-handed hitter, because I think no matter what, he's going to be in our defensive lineup for the final 2 innings. And I have nobody who's going to be... I don't think Bader is really going to be a better hitter than him. So I'm just going to leave Bellinger in. And if needed, I'm going to... What the hell did I just do? Oh, I've never seen that screen before. Anyways, so here is Bellinger. And Bellinger hits a flyout and diving catch by Michael Harris II. They replace Perez with another lefty, Angel Perdomo. So here's Pete Alonso against the lefty. And Alonso deep into left center field, and we have doubled our lead on the back of a solo home run from Pete Alonso, and we now lead 4-2. Let's watch him chug. Look, he's chugging like a tank engine as he goes, and then he steps on the plate. and people boo him, and that's what Braves fans do, I guess. So now we have Brandon Nimmo up. I am going to replace him since there's a lefty on the mound and Nimmo is just the designated hitter. I will be putting in Brent Rooker. And Rooker will then remain in the game as the designated hitter. So, Rooker strikes out. Oh, well. Okay, so we do have the heart of their order. They already did. Okay, and Clase is still ready to go, so I'm going to sit down Clase. And I'm probably just going to start pitching Vasile in the bottom of the 8th, I think, because he's only at 18 pitches, and he can go longer. So it is now Torkelson, and the full count to Torkelson, and he flies out to right field. Alright, so now we go to the bottom of the 8th. I am now going to put up. Clase is still ready to go, so I'm going to sit him down just to make sure that he doesn't tire. Now we have Mike Vasile against Ronald Acuna Jr. And he gets him to pop out. It looks like Alvarez will make the catch, running towards the Braves dugout. Now here's Jake Fraley coming on to pinch hit. Another 2-2 count. And he hits the ball into center field, but Carter will be there to make the catch. So now there's 2 outs, and Mike Vasile is on the verge of completing his 3rd inning of work. The 0-2 to Riley, and there it is. 3 innings of in relief by Mike Vasile. A dominant performance, really picking up the bullpen. And so now for the 9th, we will bring in Emmanuel Clase, unless we score a lot of runs here. In which case, I'll figure it out. So, now we have Hernandez, Bazana, and Vargas. All 3 of them are going to remain in the on defense for the 9th. Hernandez strikes out. Here comes Bazana. And Bazana is going to fly out to center field. And now here is Juan Vargas. Let me make sure that Clase is all ready for the bottom of the inning. And the pitch. And they strike out Vargas. So we struck out a ton this game, but we are still leading going into the bottom of the 9th. And I will bring in Emmanuel Clase for his 2nd game to be pitched in this playoffs. In these playoffs, he pitched in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series, where he closed out the Diamondbacks in a 2-1 ball game, and we then did not need him in the 2nd game. So it'll be Albies, Murphy, and Mooney, and let me also fix the defense. I'm going to be bringing in Harrison Bader, and I am going to be, and I'm just checking everything real quick. Sorry about that. I am going to be, okay, I'm done. I'm going to bring in Harrison Bader. He's going to hit 6th, where Spencer Torkelson was, and he will be playing center field while we move Evan Carter over to right field, and then I will be leaving Rodriguez and Lindor on the bench. So here's the 1-0 to Albies. And it is a jumping catch by Travis Bazana, and we have the first out. Here is Sean Murphy. And he hits that ball into right field, but a diving catch by Evan Carter is made. And so we now have 2 outs for Alex Mooney. Not a great hitter by any stretch of the imagination. And on a 1-0 count, he hits the ball hard into right field, but a sliding Evan Carter makes the catch, and the New York Mets have won Game 1 of the National League of the National League Division Series in 2028 against the Braves, facing pitching Connor Phillips against Spencer Strider. So let's just look at the box score real quick. First of all, as you can see here is the win probability. It got pretty low down there entering the 7th, but then on run-scoring hits from Hernandez, Bazana, and Carter. We took it back, and it spiked even further with a Pete Alonso solo home run in the top of the 8th. In front of a sold-out crowd at Truist Park. Connor Phillips went 4 1/3 innings, walked 4 batters, but only struck out 1. In total, we only struck out 4 batters, while the Atlanta struck out 13. However, we pieced together our hits, and we also did get more hits than them. They only got 4 hits, and we won. And special credit to Mike Vasile, who's probably the player of the game, going 3 innings, bridging the 6th to the 8th, in just a great spot. So I will see you all for Game 2.